Hi, my name is Angela Shu, and let me just preface this by acknowledging that there is no way this introduction will capture even a sliver of what Kate Stukenborg means to not only the class of 2020, but pretty much the entire school. You see her coming up here every week as our beloved Pep Club president with that turkey hat we all love and cherish. You see her hyping everyone up in the hallways and classrooms, her smile brightening everyone's day. There is no doubt that Kate is an extremely kind, passionate, and smart girl because that is what we all see in her every single day without fail. But her caring gestures and intelligent remarks are only the surface to the extraordinary person that she is. As cliche as it sounds, Kate is the backbone that supports everyone around her, the glue that holds us all together. Having known her since our time across the street, I've noticed, as I'm sure we all have, that Kate leaves an impact wherever she goes. Sadly, it is the last day of senior speeches, but before we get to Kate, our class wants to say thank you to Miss Ray for all her help. Now, I'm positive that Kate will end it with a bang like she always does, so please give it up for the amazing Kate Stukenborg.
I show love with colorful cardstock and heart-shaped stickers. I show love with Crayola super tip markers and black ballpoint pens. I show love by writing notes. Many of you know how much I enjoy writing notes, and many of you have probably received a note from me at some point. I write them to celebrate, encourage, comfort, or just to make my friends laugh. For people I love and those I don't even know, I write notes, and lots of them. Just about a month ago, before the father-daughter dance, I took a piece of printer paper, folded it hot dog style, and drew a pink stick figure depiction of me dancing with my dad. Inside the card, I referenced another note I had written him years before, writing, "We've come a long way since I made you that card that read, 'Happy Farters Day.'" I've sent countless letters from camp, full of details about the score I got in archery or the new friend I made at tennis, or the mid-June rain and the way it sounded on tin cabin roofs. I adorn the letters with cheetah print duct tape and doodles of cabins and trees and embarrassingly unrealistic horses. Some of my favorite notes to write are Pep Club notes. I love encouraging people in this little way, cutting squares of paper and decorating them with the peppiest messages I can think of, like #eatmybubbles or "kick some hutch booty today." I celebrate birthdays with notes telling people how much I love them, or sometimes drawing a friendship map with all the milestones and minutiae of a friendship. Everything from first impressions to baking cookies or getting licenses. When I see an unattended binder or notebook on someone's desk, I often leave a little anonymous smiley face or a heart on its pages. You get the point. I love writing notes, and it took me a while to figure out why. I write notes because no matter how short or long or stupid or personal they are incredibly meaningful. The power and the impact of such a small act of kindness often far outweighs the effort it takes to do it. I know this is true because I know what it feels like to have sadness or anxiety alleviated by a few short sentences. I know this is true because I've seen my own days made and my own life changed by the words of all of you. I have read and kept notes from nearly every member of my class and many others in this room, whether they were written in health class or as birthday cards, and you all have no idea what they mean to me. In 7th grade, I could count on Celia's weekly Friday notes of encouragement in my locker to get me through that trying time that was middle school. Phoebe's black and green "I love you" note that she embroidered for me still sits on my mirror as a daily reminder of our friendship. Under my bed, I keep Black Friday notes full of encouragement and advice, like do big things, take it easy, have good conversations, forget the haters, stay in band, and plenty of good luck wishes. I read these wise words from older St. Mary's girls, and I'm inspired to be a role model for others as they are to me. Recently, I received a note from my mom which said this: "It is at St. Mary's where you learn to be a friend and to have true friends. Where you had some of your best days and your worst days, where you challenge your mind, and where you develop leadership skills. Thank you for sharing so many St. Mary's moments with me. These notes are beautiful and they are meaningful, and no one had to write them. Every note I've ever received followed someone's choice. Their choice not to spend time and energy on an A+ or a shorter to-do list, but to do something that would be meaningful to me. It's pretty easy to get caught up in the desire to constantly be as productive or efficient as possible. And I'll admit there are more productive activities than drawing stick figures. But sometimes the best use of time and energy isn't the paper or the homework, but the note to a friend who's having a hard day. I was tasked with speaking about something meaningful, and I'm not up here reading someone's term paper thesis on the Cuban Missile Crisis, though that's important in its own way. I'm reading the notes you didn't have to write with the time and the energy you didn't have to give me. So if you hear anything today, hear this. Your kindness is not wasted energy. This seems like an obvious idea, but it gets a little harder when you face the choice to write that note or watch those TikToks, to bake those cookies for that classmate, or go through that Quizlet one more time. In her poem, Kindness, Naomi Shihab Nye writes that before you know what kindness really is, you must lose things. Feel the future dissolve in a moment, like salt in a weakened broth. What you held in your hand and carefully saved, all this must go. To me, this poem means that we should choose to be kind, not just because we know it's the right thing, or because we would want others to do the same for us, but because everything we grip so tightly to dissolves and loses its importance when compared to someone else's smile or laugh or their success. Both now and when we leave St. Mary's, we will be challenged with many choices of how we can use our time, our energy, our care. When we face these choices, I hope that I choose and that you choose to show love. Choose to pick up a pen and paper, or some cookie dough, or an extra iced latte for a friend that might make you a minute late, and that we remember just how much it could mean to someone else. Thank you.